sun, the sweet scented flowers.
Hello, my name is Mike Pfaff, and this is my YouTube channel, Living in the Illusion. Now, last time we got together, this is the model that we used and what we talked about. So we're going to go through just a slight review and then go on to what we're going to discuss today. The reason I want to have a review is I don't think I left some stuff out. And we're not going to go into it now, but I just want to make you aware. This model seems to be pretty good. And it talks about healing negative memories in the past and how changing those memories will affect your present and also change your whole matrix, because that's what we talked about. Your memories form a matrix in your mind. All your memories are interconnected and they all dance together. And if you have some negative ones, the more negative, the more your matrix is impacted by those negative memories and gets stuck. So we need these models over here. I could have done a little better job. So next time we get together, not next time, but if you have any questions, put them down below. But I am coming back to this subject because there's much more to talk about in changing memories. And now we're going to change to today's topic. And this is what we're going to talk about today. But I shortened it up a little bit, so I'm going to read what I had on the description. Amazing. Did you know the world is not real? Did you know the world is not real? Now, how many worlds do we have? We have your world, and we have my world, and we have your significant other world, and we have your parents' world, and everybody has their own world that they live in, and they construct it. Now, what do we mean by real? Well, in the description, philosophers commonly define reality as a substance that actually exists in the external world. And I have a reference there, and you can look that up. A substance. Well, we're back to our infinite outside energy system. This is all there is outside of you. There's no substance. This is all there is that you're working with. Now, so this is infinite, and that's why I call it consciousness. A lot of people don't like that. They say, you can't prove that's consciousness. Why not? We don't have a good description for what consciousness is. We keep relating it to us. Oh, I'm conscious. I'm aware of what's happening. Therefore, I have consciousness. Consciousness is infinite, and it is the infinite energy system, and it permeates everywhere. So is it inside of you? Of course. If you look hard enough, are you going to find consciousness inside of you? Of course. It is connected to the infinite consciousness. Because this is fundamental. This is fundamental. And you are part of that. Therefore, you have consciousness inside of you. Now, there's always a debate. Well, what about rocks? Rocks are dumb. They don't have, but do they have consciousness? Of course, because consciousness is everywhere. Is the rock aware? Oh no, it might not be aware. But does it have consciousness? Does it rest in the infinite energy system? Yes. So it is there, and it has inside of it consciousness. Not what you think of awareness and knowing and understanding and intelligence. Those are all byproducts. Now let's look at this model. Between the outside energy, which is infinite, and inside of you, there's a lens. This lens is your sensory inputs, your sensory inputs. And you notice there's all these little lines in this lens, which are your belief system. So all of the information from the outside, from your senses, do not get on the inside, because they're filtered out. You let them go. Why are they filtered out? You have no reference information to the data, and it's useless and meaningless, and you can't interpret it. So out of the lens comes meaningful information. And from that meaningful information, you construct your world. So your world is an inside construction. Is it an outside substance? No. It's an inside construction in your mind. What do you do with this world? You live in it. That's how you go to work. That's how you make relationships with the other person, their construction. So it's a dance. Is anything really happening? No. Why? It's an illusion. You keep thinking there's something real out here. So what you do to satisfy what you believe, you take your inside world and you project it on here. You project it on this outside energy system. It becomes the screen for your projection. And then you see it. It becomes a closed loop. And you say, oh yeah, there is an outside objective world. Now, part of the thing that helps you do that is that you reach out, say with your hand, and you encounter resistance. You encounter some pattern of resistance. What is it? It's energy. What do you think it is? What you created in here. So if you reach out and you think, oh, there's a ball, you created it in here and you projected it. Now, all these little dots, you notice I always put little dots on here. Those are fixed patterns within the infinite energy system. And so when you reach out with your hand or your sight or your smell, you are going to encounter energy out here that matches what you created in here. And you will absolutely believe there's an objective world. And it will be so perfect, you won't be able to tell the difference. That's why it's an illusion. The egoic world looks at this and says, well, the belief system is there is an outside objective world. There's no outside objective world. There's only a projection of your inside creation. Now, this is your world. This is what you think is an outside objective world. There's nothing there but energy. There is no outside real world. There's only your projection of what you have created inside based upon your belief system. Now, if you look real close at the lens up to your world, that's a standard model for the illusion. That's how you create this world. Now, there may be another model, but that one's easy to understand, and so that's why I use it. To show you're creating your world, and then you're projecting it. And then you believe you have an outside real world. Now, why do we care? Because if you believe your world is controlled by out here, you can't change it. You're a victim. You're a victim of your past experiences, your past memories. Can't change. But when you begin to recognize you're the creator, you're the absolute creator, your world can change. Why? Because you can change. How do you do that? By changing your negative memories. See how this dovetails with what we talked about before. By changing and healing and forgiving your past, you affect what you create in the present moment. And as you change this, you project a different outside. And so you have a different world. You change the lens is basically what you do. And isn't it nice to know that you can do that? Now, in the Course in Miracles, they talk a little bit about that. Now, there's some things in the quote that I'm going to use that will be difficult at this time unless you're a student of the Course to understand. So let's take a look at that. And here's what it says. They are the means by which the outside world, projected from within, adjusts to sin and seems to witness to its reality. It is still true that nothing is without. So there's 2 points I want to make here in this quote. First, the outside is a projection of the inside, period. That's how we operate. The other statement, it is still true. Nothing is without. Nothing is without. Now, if nothing is without, everything is within. The illusion is so magnificent. It is very difficult to recognize you're the creator. Once you project it onto here to save your egoic belief system, you, just like that, I wish I could do it louder, disown this and say, oh, look it's been there all the time. No, it hasn't. You projected it. But you will believe, oh no, it's out there. What a magnificent creator you are. The world is not real. The world out here is not real. There is no world. The only world, the only world, the only universe there is the one you create. You are the creator. And when you begin to recognize that, peace of mind is the outcome. Because you can change. Give that some thought. Be good to yourself. It's your world. And isn't it nice to know that you have the tools now to begin to change that world to suit your needs and wants. Be good to yourself. We will see you next time here in the illusion, which is the only place you can be. That's kind of scary to know that, but it's true. You can only be here in the illusion now. Bye.